now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
We are remote again this week because my life was in danger last week. Elvis tried to attack me, and he's fired from of course, Backseat Wrestler Podcast from this point forward. There's video footage of it, but I'm not going to release it yet until he says something in an interview.
Yeah, or you can release it and just say that I'm telling the truth about whatever I say.
Oh god, yo, that the footage was freaking stupid. First of all, we'll talk about it.
Everything that he said happened.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast in the world, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. We are back, but never ready to bring you, of course, weekly wrestling news in terms of WWE and AEW. This week was, of course, the following week of WrestleMania, so it was a Raw after Mania and a SmackDown after Mania. I kind of think I enjoyed SmackDown more than Raw, to be honest.
Really?
I think so.
I think I was. Well, other than that long opening of Raw, I think Raw was pretty good.
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I think I enjoyed SmackDown more. And then, of course, this was like the big AEW show where they end up showing the footage of what actually happened.
Dynamite was good
at All In. Dynamite was good. Besides that,
that was stupid.
That's actually let's talk about it because that's like a major story everybody's talking about at the moment. So let's just get straight into that. And then we'll get into our WWE review. But yeah, freaking on AEW Dynamite, Tony Khan finally releases the footage because he's a petty person who got his feelings hurt and he just wants to release the footage and bury his fucking company.
On the show, it was the Young Bucks that released the footage, but I heard I saw like a report saying that they actually didn't want to do it. It was Tony Khan that like came up with this.
Yeah, there was also reports that it was Tony Khan that made Will Ospreay go out there and make those comments about Triple H,
which was also kind of dumb. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I understand it. He makes some pretty good comments, but at the same time, it was like he used like a 30-year-old joke already.
Yeah,
on Triple H.
I don't know.
Everybody already uses.
Yeah, the whole like you married like the boss's daughter type thing. Yeah, everybody uses that. Yeah. As if he wasn't good already, but yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he was already a multiple time champion before that happened, but
whatever. But yeah, in terms of the freaking footage, first of all, I want to say this. The commentators and Tony Schiavone especially looked like they were pissed. Like they did not want to show this footage. Like
you
could
there's
tell.
Memes of Tony Schiavone that he looks sad.
Yeah, it's so funny because there was memes of like Tony Schiavone, like they were doing a side-by-side comparison of him doing the same exact look when WCW was talking shit about WWE back in the day versus now, and it's the same exact look. Like you can tell he's just like, are you kidding me? Like
he's like, are you trying to do the same thing WCW did? You don't want come on, don't get put out of business.
So yeah, the freaking footage shows exactly what CM Punk was saying, except maybe I think CM Punk like threw like a punch, and I don't think CM Punk said that he did. He said that he didn't, but that's like
it was like
thing.
A light.
Yeah, it was nothing.
While they were dragging him back, it was just like that. Like he didn't even land it. Like, it was just a little tiny scuffle, a push, a headlock, and they got separated. Then he yells at Tony Khan real quick. Well, you couldn't see it on the footage, but it was
Tony Khan.
For it was like 2 seconds, and then they pushed him away.
That's when his life was in danger. Like apparently,
his life was in danger. He was so scared of CM Punk, an 0-2 MMA fighter.
Yo, that shit's so stupid. Like it shows CM Punk going up to Jungle Boy's face. I saw somebody put a side-by-side comparison of the interview and the actual footage. It's exactly what he said.
Yeah, he said he said he attacked them first, but he said
he said I can't let you get close.
Yeah, he quoted Chael Sonnen. But he said it was obviously we can't hear it, but it looks like Jack Perry's telling him like
he's telling him
what do you want to do about it?
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna do about it? So that's exactly what he said in the interview. So
yeah,
he didn't lie.
He didn't lie, no. And then he put him in a headlock, and then he said that Samoa Joe told him to get off, and he did, and that's exactly what happened. Samoa Joe went in there, said get off, and he did.
And they dragged him apart. I mean, he never said he was like in the right. Like obviously but he admitted to everything that happened in the video. So what was
Yeah,
They were saying it like
he
he was
also
lying.
wasn't in the wrong either, because if you look at it in also an interview, he says that he tells Tony Khan to do something about it, and if you look in the video, you can't hear it, but he turns to Tony Khan and says something.
Yeah.
So he definitely told him, like, bro, like, do something about
I
this little
mean,
boy, and then that
they
shit
said it's
happened.
been no, but he said it's happened a couple of times. Remember the other brawling they had
Yeah.
that was involved, like, who was it? It was more people. And then he was talking about it in the press conference. Remember, he was all bloodied up.
Oh, you're talking about with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and the dog.
Yeah, yeah. Even during that time, he's been telling Tony Khan to, like, like,
Yeah, like,
tell these
step up and
guys,
do
like,
something. Yeah.
yeah, do something,
It's
and he
I don't
hasn't.
know. It's so freaking like, and then AEW pulled
Yeah,
this out. Like they like showed it as if like it was gonna be good for them. Like, no, like you literally just like
no,
showed yourself to be fucking stupid and petty.
yeah,
And like it did not do
and, like,
anything for you guys.
yeah.
If anything, it did something for Jack Perry. Like it showed Jack Perry is technically the scapegoat. Like he is the
Actually,
scapegoat.
did you see his entrance from New Japan Pro Wrestling that he
Yeah,
just had? He came out with, like, the Chicago flag,
yeah.
and then it said, oh my god, what did it say on the back of his shirt?
Did it say
It
scapegoat?
was
Because
hilarious
he
though.
on the front of his shirt says scapegoat, and then he wears like a wristband that says
It's
scapegoat or an armband, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, it said Cry Me a River. It said Cry Me a
I
River.
love it. I know that he what's it called? All of his like merch sold out too. Like his
He could
scapegoat
be a
merch,
good
they all
heel
sold
on.
out.
He should be like a really good heel or whatever on AEW.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I haven't watched him on New Japan, but apparently he's doing really well over
yeah,
there.
but they gotta keep the CM Punk stuff out or WWE stuff. That's everything. Like, you don't gotta take shots every week. I know Triple H did say something, but he didn't name anybody by
He
name.
didn't
They
do it
just asked
directly
him.
or anything. Yeah.
He said what he wants in a talent,
Hmm.
and then it was on a Pat McAfee show. It wasn't. It's not like he went on live TV and just quoted Will Ospreay saying that he's like a.
Oh yeah, you're
He
talking
doesn't
about the
want to
other
work or
incident.
anything.
Yeah, that was stupid too. I don't know. Like honestly, like everybody was like saying it too. Like I've seen like a lot of people comment like, bro, like I've been like a diehard AEW fan since day one, and
Me too.
I don't know if I can watch anymore. With me, it's
I
like
mean, no,
I'm
we're
still
gonna
gonna
watch
watch. Like I'm still gonna watch. I'm a diehard fan since day one, but have I lost respect? 100%. Like, bro,
a
what
little
the
bit. Yeah,
fuck? That's
I
so
want
stupid.
I want MJF. I want MJF.
I want MJF too. I want MJF to succeed wherever the hell he goes.
They need to do like when Chris Jericho returned in W and it says "Save us Y2J." They need that. Save
Save
us
us
MJF.
MJF. That'd be cool.
They need to be saved.
Yeah, they definitely do. MJF needs to come to save AEW. If MJF leaves AEW, oh my god,
Oh
that's
no,
that's a wrap.
almost
I
it's
don't know if it's a
almost
wrap, but
AEW.
yeah,
AEW turns into Impact.
yeah. I don't know. AEW right now is in the shitter. The only good thing
Yeah.
going for them is like the whole Samoa Joe and Swerve thing. That's about
Yeah.
it, to be honest.
Even Dynasty is looking mid. I feel like it's like a mid pay-per-view is probably gonna be.
Yeah, as of right now, yeah, I think so.
Because Double or Nothing's coming up. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be fire. But
Yeah.
Dynasties, they just like they got throwaway pay-per-view.
No, it really is. We'll talk more about what happened on Dynamite on the Dynamite review. But for now, of course, we can get into the WWE Raw review. However, I do want to say something. Jon Moxley won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. He's the only person to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, AEW Championship, and WWE Championship.
I
He
saw
defeated
that.
Tetsuya Naito. That was great. I
Yeah.
don't know why he won it though, but I guarantee he's probably gonna
Yeah.
drop it in like 2 months and at the next pay per view.
Yeah, but he needs to come back. That's another guy that he needs to come back to like AEW and start like a big feud or something.
Yeah. Well, it seems like he's just busy right now. They don't really have anything for him, so it makes sense. But anyways, let's get into WWE Raw. So WWE Raw. Of course, this was a Raw after Mania. I thought it was a great Raw, but it wasn't anything crazy. Like it wasn't like it wasn't Raw after Mania worthy, I guess you can say.
Yes, it was. We overhyped it a little bit.
Oh, we did because usually it's fire. Like they have some crazy stuff.
It was good, but I thought it was gonna be like something special, especially with the new era slogan they're going with now.
Yeah. The new era, the Renaissance era, whatever,
Which
the
I
Triple
like,
H era,
which I
Paul
like.
Beck, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. But of course, it opened up with Triple H. He basically says it's starting a new era, calls out Cody. Cody says Roman had a great run. He's the champion
Yeah.
now. Calls out everybody who wants to face him. And then, boom, the Rock music hits, which was a surprise.
Yeah,
That was really freaking cool.
yeah.
The Rock,
They played like the special video for Cody too. That was like 5 minutes long. Remember?
oh, yeah, they did. That was cool. But it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, damn.
That was cool.
When
Yeah,
he
it's like,
said,
what do you
yeah.
do?
When he said he had like a surprise for him, I thought it was gonna be like a new title or something like that, right? That's what I thought.
Yo, I'm waiting for that winged eagle title. Cody literally said on the Pat McAfee show if he wins, he wants to change the title. He doesn't
That's
like
what I
the
thought it was
design.
going to be. I was be like, oh,
So,
hell yeah, that's cool because I don't really like the new title.
yes.
The whole big ass
No.
fucking W, I don't like it.
Just a big W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, big logo, but same shit, big W. Anyways, Rock comes out. He says that, Cody finished his story, congratulates him. He says, like, oh, like, but he also says, like, oh, your story with Roman is over, but with mine, it's just getting started. With me, it's just getting
Yeah.
started.
He asked for his belt. Remember? Let me hold the
yeah.
belt.
Yeah, but that was also like a subtle callback, I guess, sort of, because when not Triple H, when The Rock won the WWE title from CM Punk, and then he made the new title back in like 2013, I think, or 2011. I think it was 2011.
Yeah.
Um, fucking Cody Rhodes comes out and he's like, I want to see this title face to face. Back in 2011, said he's like, oh, just so you know, like this title is not going to be known for being The Rock's title in the future. It's going to be known for being Cody's title in the future.
Yeah,
then,
I seen that.
Yeah, 2024 hits. His title is known for being Cody Rhodes' title. But I thought it was pretty cool. They like switch belts. Like he's like
Yeah.
like looking at the title, like, oh, like it looks great on The Rock. I thought that was pretty funny.
It was, and then he like remember like well, obviously he says I have to go away for a while.
Yeah, he
But
has to
he's
do
gonna
like
come back
some
for
movie
Cody.
promotion, I think. Yeah, he has to do some movie promotion. He did some movie promotion for Moana Part 2, so that's probably what it is for.
I think he's filming a movie. That's what they.
Yeah, but he also did some movie promotion a couple of days ago for Moana Part 2. Of course, The Rock says he has to leave for a little while, but when he comes back, he's gonna come after Cody, whether he has the title or not. I think that's what he said.
He said the story is just starting. Yep.
Yeah, which is I can't freaking wait. That's going to be a great storyline. I feel like that's when they're finally going to do the whole Roman turns on Rock thing. I don't think Rock is going to turn on Roman. I think it's going to be more so like Roman's going to come back and attack Rock maybe at SummerSlam, and then it sets him up for WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
Like,
we're going to talk about it on SmackDown, but Roman got his hands full with the blood.
Oh, hell yeah, he definitely does. Some
he got his
insane
hands
stuff
full. He has to figure that out. Maybe before Roman turns on Rock, Solo looks like he's going to turn on Roman.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for that. Yeah.
Of course, Rock says, like, I have something for you. He hands him the heart of Tafiti. That's what some people were saying when he's dying.
I see that.
He's like, he hands him something. He's like, you don't have to show what this is. Just like put it in your pocket and just know that I'll be back. And then he leaves. And like everybody's speculating on what it can be. Some people are saying, as I said, the heart of Tafiti, which I thought was freaking hilarious. That's just hilarious. I don't know why.
I saw like a bunch of comments.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I saw people saying that it's a lighter because right before WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes' tour bus got caught on fire.
Yeah,
and like I don't know if they want to put that into the storyline and say like, oh, like maybe The Rock tried to kill this motherfucker or something. That's what it seems like they're trying to do.
Crazy shit.
If it's a lighter, that's insane.
Arson.
Yeah, because
that's
the way
arson, yo.
Exactly, because the way Cody like looked at it and then like, well, like he knew what it was before he put it in his pocket. He didn't even look at it. He just like knew and then put it in his pocket. I wonder if that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I know they're gonna unveil that when Rock comes back for sure.
Well, actually, then I heard something about like maybe it was something because I could have sworn Cody said something on SmackDown.
Well, I guess we'll talk about it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
We also had Ilya Dragunov making his main roster debut.
Oh yeah.
Thank freaking God. And the crowd was in on it. I saw all the reports that WWE sees Ilya as in the same light as Gunther, which I'm really hoping for because he's the one who defeated Gunther for the NXT UK title when Gunther held it for longer than he held the freaking IC title. So and he was more dominant in NXT, I think. But anyways, yeah, Ilya Dragunov defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a quick match, which I feel bad for Shinsuke.
I mean, they're literally just burying shit. Like, I swear, I honestly, I'm not even lying. Like, I think they should just release him. I think we should see him in AEW.
What the hell are you doing in AEW, though? Because I don't know.
I mean, what is he doing in here? He's getting smashed by everybody.
I don't know. I feel like AEW has way too much stuff on their hands. They got to figure out how to book their people before they get any new people in there because they're not doing anything right now.
But he loses every feud.
No, it's true. Yeah, I don't like that he loses every feud, but like it's Ilya Dragunov. Come on now. They did announce that they're going to do the WWE draft, which is really freaking cool. And Ilya announced he's going to be part of it, which means he's going to be on the main roster soon. I wish Gunther held that freaking title just a bit longer to lose it to Ilya. That would have been crazy. I'm kind of mad about that. Yeah. Of course, Judgment Day comes out after. Of course, Rhea says it's a new era for Judgment Day. Enter, of course, the champ Damian Priest. Cool new theme. I kind of liked it with like obviously like the whole thing. I don't know, it's pretty cool. He says All Rise to the new tag team champs. And then
hilarious.
Awesome Truth freaking comes up from behind, just holds up his title. He's like,
yeah,
I brought
it was
the
our
tag
truth that did.
yeah, and then he's like, I brought the tag team title back to the bloodline. And they're just like, you're not part of the bloodline. And he's like, well, I gotta talk to you guys about like bringing my friend over because he's the other half.
The Judgment Day, right?
Yeah, and then freaking Miz comes out. I was like, I don't want to be part of the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
They start arguing back and forth, and then R-Truth is just like, well, me and the guy you can't see and the Miz versus you three. And then they end up fighting, and then of course the guy you can't see is you can't see me, John freaking Cena.
Yep.
he like comes out like for like the last like 2 minutes of the match though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had like the 5 moves of doom is what people would call it. The freaking 5 knuckle shuffle, the shoulder block, the freaking suplex, and then AA. He had the five moves of doom, picked up the win. I thought that was a cool move. It was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like Finn Balor also wants his titles back, so he asked for that. So I don't know if they're gonna do that or if they're gonna do a tournament.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do a tournament. I think Judgment Day might get a second chance at it, and then they just end up losing it. But then again, Damian Priest is a champion, so maybe Finn Balor goes after it with somebody else, maybe Dom or JD. Yeah,
yeah. If Dom wins the title, yeah, that's ultimate heat.
Well, when
I still think he should have won at Mania.
Oh, he should have won at Mania for sure. 100%, he should have won at
for
Mania.
the heat. Yeah,
yeah.
For
It's ridiculous that he didn't win, but it's whatever. Of course, backstage, Liv Morgan laid out Rhea, so now we have the new person who's gonna fight Rhea, which is about time because what the hell, this shit should have happened a while ago.
Rhea was just walking and she like threw a chair right off her head, like mad hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like this storyline makes perfect sense. Rhea's the one that injured Liv, that made Liv out for I think nearly a year or over a year, I think.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense for her to come back and attack Rhea. She should have did it in the first fucking place, but I guess they had to do like that whole thing with like Becky Lynch. So yeah, looking forward to that rivalry. Looks cool already. We also had the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez making her main roster debut, defeating Indy Hartwell. I'm a big fan of Roxanne Perez. She's great. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Sami Zayn promo, basically giving props to Gunther as champion, interrupted by Imperium. They try to jump him, but of course Chad Gable comes out, does a little thank you thing, and then it's Chad Gable and Sami Zayn versus Imperium, and they ended up picking up the win.
They win.
Yeah. I think backstage also Sami Zayn also promised Chad Gable a shot at the title, so I'm looking forward to that match.
It's gonna be in Canada also when they go to Canada.
Yeah, I think was that next week? It's next week, right? Or this week?
I believe so.
I think it's this week. Well, this week now because we're releasing this now. But yeah, this week I think that's some of the matches going to happen. Imagine Sammy loses it like this quick. That'd be kind of crazy.
I don't know. He's in Canada.
Imagine no. That'd be crazy. We also had Jay Cargill making her. Is this her Raw debut technically? Like her Raw debut match?
I think it was a Raw debut match.
Yeah. She defeated Chelsea Green.
That was just like a throwaway.
It was a throwaway. But yeah, Jay Cargill won, looked dominant as always. I think she also had a match on SmackDown, looked dominant as always, won there. We also had Drew McIntyre promo. This was funny. I think Drew McIntyre is great. He was basically saying he wasn't angry about what happened at WrestleMania. He warns Priest that he's coming after him. He calls him bisexual Undertaker, but
which everybody's calling him now.
Bisexual Undertaker is like the funniest fucking thing you can call Damian Priest, and he's joining in on the fun though. Like he posted a photo of him on like Undertaker's throne on Instagram, and then I think Rhea Ripley like commented like bisexual Undertaker looking good or something like that. Oh god. So of course they ended up having a match because it was Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. Damn, who else was in there? It was Drew McIntyre. I have it right here. What am I saying? Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Ricochet, and Bronson Reed. This was for the number 1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight title. This was a shock, but not really, because Drew McIntyre was about to win, and then CM Punk came up from under the ring and grabbed his fucking leg. And then Jey Uso ended up hitting a super kick and a frog splash and picked up the win. Happy for Jey Uso, 100%. Can't wait to see what the hell they're going with the Drew thing. I don't think Jey Uso's not going to win, unfortunately, because it's only his first title defense.
Yeah, but Drew versus CM Punk, the feud's gonna be crazy. They already hate each other.
I can't wait. It's already started technically,
Yeah,
and it looks
yeah,
like CM Punk is like pretty close to returning. Honestly,
yeah. They're probably gonna fight at Clash at the Castle.
oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. When is Clash of the Castle actually?
I know it's like I don't know if it's the next pay per view or the one. It's the one after Backlash actually, which is next.
If they fight at Clash of the Castle, Drew McIntyre has to win because he lost the last match at
Yeah,
Clash of the Castle to freaking Roman Reigns, and
remember?
I remember like I thought that Roman was gonna lose. That was crazy.
Yeah, he came out to Broken Dreams and everything.
Yeah, that was great. If they do that, which by the way, is Clash of the Castle like a yearly thing now? Because I think it should, because that crowd's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
I think
it
they
is.
should have a yearly pay per view in the UK and a yearly pay per view in Puerto Rico because both of those crowds are like the best
Yes,
crowds ever.
I was literally gonna say that they should go back to Puerto Rico. They have to.
Yeah. No, what did they have Backlash last year, right? Over there? I think it was Backlash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and well,
that was insane.
especially Damian Priest as world heavyweight champion. Imagine the crowd reaction in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that'd be insane. That's what I'm saying. They should have one
Yeah.
every year there. It's I don't know. It's just it makes sense.
And
Like
then
the
obviously,
crowds
yeah,
are
you still
insane.
got LWO and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
You don't even have to have Bad Bunny fight. Just have him come out maybe to help.
Nah,
Maybe
you don't have
yeah, I
to.
don't know. He doesn't even have to be there,
Do an
but
entrance.
he's gonna be
Do an
there because
entrance
he
for
has to.
LWO. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for Raw. What I meant by like it was great, but it wasn't a Raw after Mania great is because usually there's like an insane debut or like an insane thing happens. And why I like SmackDown better was because an insane thing happened on SmackDown, which we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like SmackDown better. Just like that
Yeah, I
whole
thought.
thing is
Yeah,
insane.
I thought we was gonna have like a crazy debut or maybe a crazy return.
I
We
will
had
say,
debuts from Raw from NXT superstars, but
yeah. No, I will say that there was I think they said like prior to like Raw showing, they cut the lights down low, put a little bit of blue light, and like they played like some like enchanting music, and people were thinking
they
that's
keep
like Uncle Howdy, like it's like a little
yes,
like
yeah,
slowly they're gonna start showing Uncle Howdy.
and they
Which
keep
I
doing it during commercial breaks too. They're doing the commercial
yeah, I
breaks.
think during like Bronson Reed's thing, like when he was having his interview, it also like kind of like a like
yeah, like cut away.
yeah, cut away real quick. So people are thinking that's another thing because remember that's how like the White Rabbit started with Bray Wyatt. I
Yeah.
thought that Uncle Howdy was gonna debut on Raw, but I guess not.
Well, then they're gonna build it up. I don't know who against. It's got to make sense, man. I don't know who he's gonna
It's
like
got to make
debut
sense.
against.
It shouldn't be a title for a while. Keep him away from the title because you're just gonna rush it and put the title on him like you did with the Fiend, and then you're gonna book yourself into a corner where you're gonna be like, oh, he has to lose. Keep him away from the title for a while. He doesn't that type of character doesn't even really need a title. And
No,
then
he
let him
doesn't.
build up, and then of
It's like
course see how he is, and if everybody
yeah,
likes it, then put a title on him. But yeah,
it's like the Undertaker in his prime. Remember, he didn't even have title matches at WrestleMania. That was just a streak.
yeah, it was just
You don't
insane
need the title.
streaks. But yeah, that was basically it for Raw. We can get into our WWE SmackDown review now. All right, let's get into the WWE SmackDown review. In terms of notes, I don't really have that much, but what did you think of this week's SmackDown?
No, it was good. Like you said it before we even started.
Hmm.
Like obviously we didn't even write that much down, but the big things that happened were really good.
Yeah, no, it was like an insane thing happened on SmackDown. Let's talk
Oh
about that
well,
first.
obviously.
Yeah, let's talk about that first. That's like the major thing that happened, of course. The Bloodline storyline has way more freaking way more stuff has unfolded, which is insane. The Bloodline come out with Paul Heyman, but however, let's just say this. Prior to this, of course, Cody Rhodes. I'll just say this real quick. Cody Rhodes came out, did a little speech, said blah blah blah, like my challenger at Bloodline. I'm gonna beat you. Blah blah blah. Who the hell cares? He leaves. There's a couple matches. We'll talk about that.
Well, he did for Backlash, yeah.
Yeah, for Backlash. I thought it was funny because backstage it showed like the Bloodline like looking like where the hell to like get ready and shit, and it showed like
Yeah.
the old Bloodline locker room is now Cody Rhodes' locker room. So
Yeah,
like
the championship locker room.
yeah, and like Paul Heyman was saying like, well, like he's the champion now, and like we can't go in there. That's like a privilege. And then he tells Solo, he's like, but just so you know, like the tribal chief has said that he wants his title back in the Bloodline, no matter what it takes. And he was
Yeah.
telling that to Solo. So I guess that kind of got in Solo's head a bit about like what to do. Later on, the Bloodline actually come out. By Bloodline, I mean Solo, Paul Heyman, and Jimmy.
And Jimmy.
Because Roman Reigns is not there. They come out. and Solo does the fucking unthinkable. You
Yeah,
want to
he
explain it? Go
interrupted
ahead.
Heyman.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
Heyman was just offering no excuses, and Solo just took the mic from me.
Yeah,
And then he said there has to be consequences about what happened. And then he looks at Jimmy. And Jimmy's like, "Wait, what? I didn't. Why are you looking at me like that for?"
yeah.
And then he hugs him, saying, "I love you." And then he gets destroyed from behind, like attacked by somebody in a hoodie, and it's freaking Tama Tonga,
Yo,
the
Tama
son of
Tonga
Haku,
is so fucking
the son of
crazy.
another bloodline member. He got jumped by him. Then Solo hit 4 Samoan spikes on Jimmy Uso.
Oh my god, it was insane. Nobody saw this coming. The entire time, Paul Heyman is sitting in the corner, like surprised, like shocked. He's like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god, like what are you doing?
he tried to.
Stop!"
He was like, yeah, he was mad scared because he was saying this isn't what Roman wanted. He
Yeah,
tried calling Roman. Solo smashed his phone.
yeah. He snatched it, threw it on the phone, and like stomped on it.
Yeah, and then Solo smashed Jimmy with a chair. Then he just took off.
It's fucking
Solo
insane.
like took matters into his own hand. He didn't even listen to Roman, and he looked
No,
like he made himself look like the tribal chief.
no. When Tama Tonga left the ring, because like after like he smashed his phone, Tama
Yeah,
Tonga left the ring, and I thought he was going to grab a mic to give to to Heyman to like declare Solo the new tribal chief or some shit like that. But no,
yeah,
that's what I thought. But he ended up grabbing a chair, and then they ended up using the chair on Jimmy.
yeah. But backstage, they were asking like Heyman what happened, and then you see Tama Tonga come up to him. He's like, I had orders from the tribal chief to do what I did, and then Solo just comes up from behind
Yeah,
and then looks at him. So I'm like, yo, does Solo think he's the tribal chief?
Solo thinks he's the tribal chief now. Apparently, holy shit, yo, it's crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on there? I remember when it
Yeah,
happened.
and
I was like,
Roman,
holy
yeah,
crap.
Roman declared Solo as the next guy to be the tribal chief. Remember months ago?
Yeah, months ago, but it's not official yet.
Not like this.
Yeah, not like this. He just did a hostile takeover. A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, we're about to get like the Captain America Civil War of the Bloodline." Like that's just
Yeah,
gonna be insane. So Jimmy looks like he's officially up out of the Bloodline. Solo has done a hostile takeover and is the new tribal chief. It looks like with Tama Tonga by his side, which is freaking
it might
insane.
be a. They might do a tag team with Solo and Tama Tonga, and maybe Jimmy gets back with Jay, but I don't know.
No, I can see Solo, Tama Tonga, and The Rock versus Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. That'd be insane. Six
That'd be
man.
wild.
Yeah, that'd be freaking insane. That's a major pay per view if they do that.
Bloodline versus bloodline.
Yeah, Civil War to see who the hell's gonna be in it. The OG bloodline versus the new bloodline. Because the
Yeah,
OGs were just
and
Roman and Jay and
yeah,
Jimmy.
Tama Tonga. They said like obviously, well, he's the son of Haku, but
Hmm.
he's had like a successful New Japan and everything.
Yeah, no, he was very successful in New Japan. He was part of Bullet Club and everything. He's a great heel. I think he's gonna be perfect in the bloodline storyline. He fits it well. He's not like a family member. However, he's the son of Haku, and Haku is technically kind of like in Spanish culture where like like a longtime friend is technically of like your dad or your
Yeah,
mom. It's
and they're
technically
all from the same
that's
place.
like your uncle or your cousin.
They're
It's the
from the
same thing.
same. Yeah, they're from the same island and everything. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're bound by blood that way, so they're technically our family. And of course, it just makes perfect sense for him to be in the freaking bloodline. Um,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm so excited. It's crazy that like they lost the title. However, the bloodline is still the craziest freaking storyline going on at the moment.
and you still got they signed Umaga's son Zilla Fatu.
Did they sign him?
They still wait. I could have sworn I heard that they signed him, but I'm not. But anyways, he's another guy that can come,
Yeah,
and
yo,
he's
he
huge.
he looks exactly like freaking like Umaga.
He's
Yeah.
huge and he's mad athletic too.
No, he's good. He just started wrestling though, like not too long, probably like a year ago.
Well, actually, wait, no, was it him? Because there's two of them actually. I know which one
Yeah,
you're
my
talking about.
nose.
One of them just started. I think I'm thinking about another one, but he kind of looks exactly like Umaga too.
Yeah.
There's two of them actually.
Well, the one you just mentioned is what I'm talking about. The what's his name? Zal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know the other one was yeah, I think he had a different name, but it was Fatu also.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he looks.
Yeah, it looks
He's another
crazy.
big mother. He's
Yeah,
huge.
I'm excited to see where the hell this is gonna go. This storyline's insane. What the hell is Roman gonna do when he comes back? When is he gonna come back? There's so many like freaking crazy stuff that's gonna happen now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come back like
What's
he's
gonna
gonna
happen
be
with
like
Jimmy?
paranoid. He's gonna be
Yeah,
paranoid.
yeah. The Jimmy and Jay reunion's gonna hit different. It's gonna be so nice. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. I know that they're gonna
If
like
it happens.
they're gonna drag it out. They're definitely gonna drag it out a little
Yeah.
bit.
If it happens, because now Jimmy's the number one contender. I mean Jay, remember he won
Yeah,
the
yeah. Jay's the number one contender for the world heavyweight title now. But yeah, I'm freaking excited. This is crazy. Honestly, it's really freaking insane that this thing happened. That was the craziest thing that happened all week. I don't care about the freaking stupid ass all in footage. This is the craziest thing that happened all week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We can move on though because there's not really much else to talk about there. We just have to wait and see what the hell happens. And from the looks of it, it seems like it's going to lead to a bloodline civil war, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah, Solo is they're trying to build Solo as a star, like
even though he's lost like every single match, he's like on an 0 and like 30 something streak.
Hey, he beat Cena. He beat Cena.
Since he beat Cena, he's been on an 0 and 30 something streak.
Yeah.
We also had.
I guess it's a good way though to bring him back up.
Oh yeah, for sure. We also had 2 triple threat matches on SmackDown. They were to determine the number one contender.
To advance to a number one contender.
Yeah, to advance to a number one contenders match. So we had LA Knight versus Bobby Lashley versus Santos. This was like the first match of the night. Great match, I thought. I thought it was pretty cool. LA Knight picked up the win. But of course, Street Profits got involved.
Everybody
got involved.
Yeah. Legado del Fantasma, everybody, yeah.
Exactly. So they all got involved, but LA Knight ended up picking up the win. I think it's the perfect decision, especially for what happens in the main event, which, of course, we can talk about now, whatever. AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio versus Kevin Owens. This was the other match of course, to determine who the hell is going to move on to next week for the number one contenders match. And what the hell do you know? AJ Styles freaking wins this match.
So now we're going to get a rematch.
Yeah, we're getting a rematch of the WrestleMania match that, of course, I honestly thought kind of was underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that they actually go all out like on Raw next week SmackDown next week. On SmackDown next week, because they need like 30 minutes. Like give them like a 30-minute match. I guarantee it'll be fire. But that's what they need to of course make this rivalry just keep going.
Yeah.
I think AJ Styles wins.
I don't know how that fits into Cody Rhodes though, but it's like random.
Well, obviously Cody. I don't think Cody's going to lose his title for a long time, to be honest. So
yeah,
whoever the hell wins is just going to be who's the first person to lose to Cody in this freaking rivalry and in his title run. But yeah, I think AJ Styles wins because like they're not going to do face versus face as the first rivalry for Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and they're not going to have AJ lose again. So
yeah.
I think
exactly.
Win.
And they're not going to put LA Knight in the main event title picture just to lose again because that's just going to piss off some fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got AJ winning, definitely. That match is going to be fire, hopefully, because we said the same thing. It was going to be at WrestleMania, and it was underwhelming. It was a good match, but it was not a WrestleMania match. So, hopefully, they can have their WrestleMania match, quote unquote, on SmackDown next week.
That was the SmackDown match.
Yeah, that was the SmackDown match. That's what it seemed like. We also had Bayley coming out. This was a cool moment. Bayley coming out, fans cheering her. She's saying thank you to the fans. Great to see Bayley face again. I'm happy to see she's face again. She's a great face. She's saying that she wants to face Naomi for her first title defense. But Tiffany Stratton's like, I already beat Naomi, so like, why don't you face me?
Yeah, she wanted the title shot.
Naomi comes out, says, I never had anything handed to me. I'll be happy to defend my number one contender status. Faces Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton kicked her ass, but Naomi picked up the win with like a rollover. Right? Yeah, it was a rollover.
Yeah.
Great match. I love Tiffany Stratton. She's great. Yeah. Naomi's great too, obviously.
This kind of makes no sense though. It's like face versus face, friend versus friend.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just like
obviously
more like
she ain't gonna win.
Yeah, Naomi's not gonna win, obviously, but it does seem like it was more like a I promise you a title match if I win type thing. That's what it seemed like.
So this seems like the Chad Gable and Sami Zayn.
Exactly, just in the women's division. I think Tiffany Stratton's going to get her title shot eventually, but when she does, she's going to win. I think that she's going to win the title, but that's not going to be for a couple months.
It's going to take a while. Yeah, Bayley just got the title.
Yeah, I feel like Bayley probably loses that title in like 6 or so months. I don't think she's going to hold it for that long. I think Rhea's going to hold the title for a long time now. That's separate.
She already has.
Yeah, but I think she's going to hold it until like the next Mania. I don't think Rhea's losing the title until next Mania, and then she's going to lose it to somebody. But yeah, that's basically all I have for my notes. I know that like Jay Cargill had a match. It was a tag team with like
we had Braun Breaker smash somebody.
Yeah, Braun Breaker destroyed
Cameron
Grimes. I guess to make him look strong. They keep making him look strong, but then he loses the big fights. I don't get it, but whatever. Yeah, that was
No,
basically it for SmackDown, right?
and the Jade Cargo, I think, wasn't it a 2-on-2? It was like Bianca and her.
Yeah, it was Bianca and her versus
Yeah.
Chelsea Green and Piper
Oh,
Niven.
and
Piper Niven, yeah.
yeah, but that was
That was stupid. It was just like another showcase for Jade Cargill.
they have no idea what to do with her and
Yeah.
Bianca.
Another
unless they
showcase for
turn on
Jade
each other.
Cargill where Bianca Belair looks freaking amazing because it's Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
It's like it's insane.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was basically it for SmackDown. Yeah, super excited to see exactly what's going to come out next week. Like I said, I enjoyed SmackDown more just because the matches were a lot more fun to watch than Raw's, and of course the whole Bloodline situation is just freaking insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was basically it for this week of wrestling in terms of WWE, unless you count CM Punk showing up on AEW because of the whole freaking footage. But yeah, we'll get into our AEW reviews now. All right, let's get into our AEW Dynamite review. This week's Dynamite was good, but also
I think it was a good Dynamite. It's just they made a mistake twice.
they made a horrible decision in showing that fucking footage. Oh, we talked about it in the top stories, but it's still so fucking ridiculous that they showed that
just
footage.
to build up a storyline. Like,
yeah, it made no sense
using
too.
the other company. Yeah,
it literally made no sense. Yeah, let's pick up from there. Obviously, so of course they show the footage. I think Young Bucks end up saying some shit like, oh, like they blamed FTR, saying because FTR is friends with CM Punk that they maybe told him to do that. Trying to make it into a stupid ass storyline that makes no sense.
And then they said that threw them off the game after that happened because since they're EVPs, they were focused on what happened. So they it was stupid. I don't know.
So fucking dumb. Anyways, FTR comes out. Of course, FTR basically says that this is petty and stupid. Why the fuck are they showing this footage? They basically say the same exact thing that everybody else is saying. Why are you showing this footage? We should be moving forward.
They said that playing the footage was dumb. That they need like everybody in the locker room wants to continue to build the company and just move on.
Yeah, but Tony Khan won't let them. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. It's so fucking stupid. I'm tired of fucking like defending AEW when they do stupid shit like this. And when I say AEW, I don't mean the freaking wrestlers, because if you watch AEW, the wrestling is fucking amazing. At many points, 99% of the time, I think the wrestling AEW is better than WWE. It's just more so the storylines in WWE are a million times better.
Yeah, you can get. I argue with somebody in the comment section about that. Like AEW can have the best matches, but it's never gonna do anything because there's no story behind any of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just random shit. It's like it's like reading a book. There's chapters about one story. You need to like people tune in every week to see a different chapter of what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Not just random shit. Yeah, it's dumb.
And even when there is a storyline, they barely build it. So it's like
like even the Swerve and Samoa Joe, I feel like there could have been a couple more things they could have done. It's still good though.
Things they could do. I like it. However, there is a lot more stuff they can do to make it better.
Yeah.
However, let's keep going. FTR basically says that they, them and a bunch of others are ready to move on. They said that they're going to be the Young Bucks for the tag team titles at Dynasty. That match is actually fire. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
To of course, get to move and they're like basically the light that's going to move AEW forward. Because they said that, I hope they win. Even though I like the Young Bucks as heels, the footage showing the footage is so stupid. Like FTR needs to win. They just freaking need to move on, move past it, whatever.
Yeah. And then you had like the Will Ospreay. It was like 5 minutes of just responding to Triple H.
Yeah, he's like, he does a little promo saying he's the best. The AEW has the best wrestler, the best wrestling, which kind of facts. I'm not saying obviously I'm a big fan of WWE. I'm a bigger fan of WWE than AEW at the moment. WWE's storylines are better. However, in terms of just pure wrestling, AEW's got them beat. They take a subtle jab at Triple H, saying that he's the hardest working person in the business, travels more than anyone, and has worked their way up and doesn't have to marry his boss's daughter to win world titles. Yeah. Although it's a freaking thing that's used every single time somebody talks shit about Triple H, it's still funny. It's still funny. However,
no, it's funny, but it's like
yeah. We also all right. So now,
what's the point of putting that on the show, right? Like
there was no point.
Mad petty, and there's stop using the other company.
Exactly, and there's reports that Tony Khan made them do that. He probably made Edge come out last week and say that bullshit about everybody wants to be here, blah blah blah. Let's move on from that though, because I don't want to talk about that shit anymore. It just makes me pissed off. We were just texting each other while all this happened. Like, this is so fucking stupid. Anyways, Samoa Joe starts off the show. He was going to face Dustin Rhodes for the show opener for the WWE AEW World Title.
Yeah,
As you said prior to us recording, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes from Wish, which I thought was fucking funny.
that's what I saw. Because it said Rhodes versus a Samoan guy named Joe. And, Roman Reigns' name Joe.
Yeah. So before the match started, Joe comes out. He got attacked by Swerve, got put through a table. Joe's taken backstage. They end up having a match. We'll talk about it now. Later on in the night, Joe says, "I can still compete." He ends up fighting Dustin Rhodes in the main event. Good match. Wasn't anything special, but it was still a good match.
Yeah, no.
Joe ended up picking up the win. But the real thing that happened was, of course, Joe picked up the win.
He put Dustin to sleep after. Yeah, he put him to sleep in a chokehold after that, and then Swerve came out.
Yeah,
and knocked his ass out with a chain.
Yeah, and then like freaking Prince Nana comes out, grabs AEW title, hands it to Swerve, and just starts dancing behind him.
See, I'm only excited for that, and then
for what Prince Nana's dancing.
No, I'm saying about the match. I'm excited for that and the tag team, the Young Bucks tag team match, and then obviously Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that match is gonna be a banger.
It's just I don't know. I feel like they could have had a story, but there's not much of a story behind it.
Yeah, they need to have like proper. I don't know. We talk about this every week. They gotta hire writers. We also had a recap showing Trent turning on Orange Cassidy, which was a big deal. Trent, yeah. They went in, like when they went in for the hug and he hit like a running knee on him or like a running boot. And then like backstage, like Chris Statlander was asking like, "Why the hell did you do that? We're friends." And then Trent just like smiles and walks away. So we're gonna get a new like Trent, I guess, which is cool.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that because there was like no storylines with them. I feel like that's pretty cool. It gives something for Orange Cassidy to do because Orange Cassidy was like the champion for how freaking long? How many title defenses?
A long time.
Yeah,
like 30.
A long time. He needs to stay away from that for a long time as well. Giving him a feud with Finn, the best friends, with Trent is great. I'm looking forward to it. We also had Penta versus Adam Copeland for the Copeland Cup, whatever the hell they want to call it.
Yeah, this was a good match though.
Yeah, it was fun. Freaking Penta almost won. I thought he didn't win, obviously. Adam Copeland. Sorry, I would say Adam Cole. Adam Cole needs to come back. Sorry, Adam Copeland.
Yes.
Anyways, Adam Copeland ended up picking up the win. He's still the TNT champion. Not really much else to say there. Yeah. No.
Brody King attacked him after, and then Will Nightingale made the save by attacking Julia Hart. That's all.
Yeah, and now there's like a match. This Dynamite now, right?
Yeah, it's like a mix.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's Willow and Adam Copeland versus Julia Hart and Brody King.
Yeah.
I still think Malachi should take the title off of him.
And still no sign of Buddy Matthews.
Leave him alone. He's celebrating with his girl.
No, I know, but what?
I don't know.
They don't do nothing for him.
Yeah, but Malachi needs that title. We said it last week. We said it the week prior.
Yeah.
If Malachi doesn't win that title, he should leave and go to WWE because he needs something to do. He's an amazing talent. And like we said, AEW needs storylines. And what's a better person to give the title to that can build storylines than Malachi Black with his freaking creepy aura and like his like really cool gimmick? You can pull some amazing freaking storylines out of that if you actually try. But who knows?
The writers are terrible.
Exactly. We also had Okada. He defeated a jobber, honestly. He defeated a jobber.
Yeah, I didn't even write it down.
Knocked him out cold, of course, with the Rainmaker. And then after the match, he accepted the match against Pac at Dynasty. I don't know why you're saying that. Now that I think about it, Dynasty is actually a stacked fucking card. Okada versus Pac is going to be great.
Yeah, I don't think about it yet.
Yeah. So Pac came out. He tried to attack Okada, but then he got attacked by the Young Bucks. And then, of course, Young Bucks were attacked by FTR. However, I think Young Bucks stood tall, right? Young Bucks stood tall.
The elite
stood tall. They took out, of course, Pac and FTR. Of course, held that title up high.
Yeah, like Dynasty. I was saying Dynasty has good matches. There's literally like no storylines in any of them.
FTR versus Young Bucks, great storyline there. Pac versus Pac
FTR
versus
Young
Okada.
Bucks. It was a great storyline, but they used that damn footage, which was dumb as hell. Like we said already.
Exactly. It kind of tarnishes it a bit. But yeah, Pac versus Okada, they're slowly building that up. I kind of like it. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson doesn't really need a story, I think. Honestly,
Yeah, I still think you should have had one though.
I don't think it needs one. The whole storyline is I want to beat the best of the best, and Bryan Danielson, same thing. I want to beat the best of the best before I go part time. So it's the same thing. And then what's the other match? Samoa Joe versus
The Swerve
Swerve.
Samoa.
Great.
That's
That's
the
a good
story.
storyline. Yeah. Who the hell? I'm not sure who the hell Roddy's facing yet. Of course, probably learn more on Collision. But yeah, we can get into our Collision review now. All right, let's get into our AEW Collision review. Just move my mic a bit. There you go. All right. Anyways, this week's Collision was whatever. It also had Battle of the Belts attached to it. One cool thing happened. Other than that, not really much. Of course, we were watching this alongside watching UFC 300 because you're not gonna not watch UFC 300. By the way, Max Holloway is the baddest motherfucker on the planet. That shit was insane.
Yes. And Alex Pereira has a touch of death.
Yeah, for real. No, but that knockout, oh my god. 1 second left on the clock. That was insane.
1 second.
Anyways, move on from that. We gotta talk about wrestling. Yeah. This week's Collision was honestly whatever. It was nothing like if you missed it, you didn't miss anything. Wasn't anything crazy. The only thing that you could have missed was the main thing that happened on Battle of the Belts, which I guess we can talk about now. Yeah, the Undisputed Kingdom, Roddy Strong. Of course, Roderick Strong was defending the title against Rocky Romero. He ended up picking up the win. After the match, Wardlow comes out. Of course, Wardlow comes out to start.
The entire Undisputed Kingdom,
yeah, the entire Undisputed Kingdom, but Wardlow mainly comes out, destroys Rocky Romero.
Kyle O'Reilly was in the ring trying to celebrate him, but then he tried to like helping Rocky Romero up.
Yeah,
they destroyed him.
Yeah. Undisputed Kingdom turns on Kyle O'Reilly. I'm not really sure if it's turned on him or not. I mean, kind of. They were friends. Turned on him, destroys him. Basically says like, "You made me do this. Why'd you make me do this?" I thought this was happening. Everybody knew this was gonna freaking happen.
Especially because he didn't join. Because he didn't join them. He kind of explained it like in a promo after saying, "You made me do this. Why'd you want to do it on your own?" So he was basically just pissed off that he didn't join them. This is a good feud though. Maybe Kyle O'Reilly with Roger Strong.
Oh, that rivalry is gonna be great.
Done it before.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great rivalry. I'm looking forward to it. That's the only major thing that happened though. Of course, super excited. It gives something for Undisputed Kingdom to do while they still freaking wait for Adam Cole to come back from injury, and MJF to come back from injury as well. So it gives them something to do. Happy for it. Can't wait. But other than that, Battle of the Belts was whatever. It's almost
you had like
closing.
I can run down through some like Hook defeated Shane Taylor to retain his FTW championship.
Yep.
Well, whatever, like you said.
Yeah.
Brian Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli, they defeated Powerhouse Hobbs and Kyle Fletcher, and then Takeshita just beat the hell out of them after.
Yeah,
and hit a brainbuster on Brian Danielson after.
Yeah, I guess that match kind of makes sense because of course Will Ospreay is technically a part of them, so it makes sense for them to do that.
Blackpool versus Don Callis family.
Yep. House of Black. This was on Collision though. House of Black defeated Matt Sydal, Action Andrade, and Dante Martin. Not really much to talk about there, other than of course building up House of Black good win. That's it. That's really it. Just good win. Good win.
Yeah, nothing really. To be honest, if you look at everything.
Yeah, Shibata defeated Lee Moriarty. This was like in terms of like that whole rivalry that they have right now with like Shibata, Hook, and Chris Jericho versus Shane Taylor Promotions, but I don't care about that rivalry. Honestly, the rivalry's boring.
Pac had a pretty good backstage promo on Okada saying that he's not God's gift to professional wrestling. He called them crap, and Pac said he'll prove it at Dynasty. There's not too much of a feud here, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good match. Pac always picks up a good match.
Yeah, Pac is always gonna put on a good match. Daniel Garcia defeated Angelico. That's it. Tony Storm defeated AZM in an AEW Women's Championship Eliminator match. Tony Storm was still looking strong, like Tony Storm, but not really much to say about there. It honestly seems like they just threw they took main event, like not main event. Well, I guess so, like main card talent, and then they just put like they made them face off against people who are barely on the show or like nobody freaking cares about.
Like the main event of Battle of the Belts was Athena versus Red Velvet for the ROH Women's World Championship, and Athena won. She's 50-0 now apparently in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, no, Athena's been going off in Ring of Honor for sure.
It's crazy.
She honestly, her leaving WWE was like the best decision she's made, because she's going off there. But that's a good thing. Now, yeah, that's good.
50-0. Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. But honestly, what else was there?
There was I don't know. I was enjoying the knockouts on UFC there. This was hard to pay attention to, but even without UFC, this probably would have been hard to pay attention to.
Yeah, the matches are not that good. I don't know. It was just not good.
This looks like when WWE used to do Saturday, they used to do that thing called main event.
Oh yeah, Saturday night's main
like
event.
nobody really cared.
Yeah,
That shit was trash.
I don't know. I don't know. This collision just kind of missed. I'm not sure if they knew it was because they were going to compete with UFC 300 or not, but whatever.
Probably.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it's
It was a
so
below
next
average
Sunday,
collision, and that's saying something.
This week of AEW might be. It's either gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be in between. It's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be mid as hell.
Yeah,
because next week is Dynasty, so they're just gonna build for that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a bunch of promos and stuff, but I guess we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, Dynasty's gonna be fun though. I'm excited for Dynasty for sure. Dynasty's gonna be great.
Yeah.
The matches look great. I know you said that it looked mid, and I kind of thought about it, but no, now that I think about it, the matches look fire. It's just more so some of the build-ups needed a little bit of help, but
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
kind of mid just because there's not. Yeah, I'm not really hyped like WrestleMania. All the build-ups, you're hyped for that. But
Yeah,
Dynasty was like, I'm excited to see these matches, but it's like whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Double or Nothing after would. That's always a big pay-per-view. That's gonna
Yeah.
be fire.
Yep. So that was quick,
Yeah.
but that's because nothing
We need
happened
MJF.
on freaking Collision. We need
need
MJF.
MJF.
We need Adam Cole. We need Kenny
Adam Cole.
Omega.
Yes.
Um,
Britt Baker. That'll be good.
Britt Baker. Yeah, we need Britt. But yeah, that was basically it for Collision in terms of AEW in general, in terms of this week of wrestling. Yeah, not really much to go off of. AEW
leave
kinda
CM Punk alone.
Yeah, leave CM Punk alone. AEW kind of shot themselves in the foot with that freaking footage. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. Of course, we're going to be here weekly, as we always do. We love you guys so much. Thank you, of course, for all the support.
Yes.
Yeah, again, we'll see you guys next week. Again, we're just a little
Yes,
bit
in
disappointed
person.
with AEW right now. That's it.
Yes. We'll see you for next week in person or maybe in person because Dynasty's on a Sunday,
Yeah,
but we'll
Dynasty's
figure
on
it out.
Sunday. Yeah, we got to figure that out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. But anyways, we'll have that review for you. That's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
we go.
about it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe as always. Love you guys. Peace.